Hello and welcome to Sodanonymous. I'm your host, Sodanonymous. Today's soda I'm going to review, Coca-Cola Vanilla. Now I've got some notes here on Coca-Cola Vanilla, so let's go over that real quick. Coca-Cola Vanilla was originally tested publicly at the Knoxville World Fair all the way back in 1982 alongside Cherry Coke. It took until 2002, a full 20 years later, before Vanilla Coke was widely released to the public. Like Cherry Coke, Vanilla Coke was based on the historically precedented practice of local soda shops adding vanilla syrup to Coca-Cola and selling them as Vanilla Coke. The drink was discontinued as a widely available product in the United States in 2005, only remaining available in select fountains. In 2006, a variation essentially mixing Vanilla Coke with the more popular Cherry Coke was released called Black Cherry Vanilla Coke. The variation performed even worse, and Vanilla Coke was reintroduced in 2007 as Coca-Cola Vanilla, and has been produced that way ever since. Coca-Cola Vanilla is currently available in the regular and zero varieties, with the diet version being discontinued in 2005. One more thing, in 2019, this year, Coca-Cola announced that they were creating a new flavored variety, Coca-Cola Orange Vanilla. This will release on the 25th of February, or about 5 days from when this is being put up. I'll be sure to review that for you guys as soon as it drops. All right, well, with that out of the way, let's get on with the review. All right, well, real quick before I get into this review proper, I thought I'd show you something interesting here. So here's the container. And what's interesting is that Coca-Cola is currently in the process of changing the look of all of their cans and bottles and whatnot. They're calling it this one brand strategy. And the idea is to make them all look uniform. So their various lines of products look like they belong in the same family. What's interesting about this is if you see, we're already in the transition period where the outer container, the cardboard rather, has the new design on the front, and that's what it's going to look like. But they're still trying to get rid of their old backlog. So it's got the good old Vanilla Coke can inside. So this is this weird transition stage where it's got the new design on the cover and it's got the old design inside. So I thought that was interesting. The Cherry Coke is the same way, if you could see that. I don't know if you could see over there. It's the classic Coca-Cola cherry design, but it's in this new packaging. So any moment now, they're going to be changing this out. I kind of really like the old design. Especially vanilla, which I think looks really cool. I like this writing. It's kind of a nifty look. So, I think it's a shame. I get the logic behind it. The idea is that this new design is supposed to be very functional, very clearly conveying to the customer what exactly the flavor is going to be, that it's in the same family, that it contains Coke. It's not going to be a radically different taste. But I kind of like when designs are a little bit more artsy. I'm going to crack it open and we're going to get a sniff here. Very pleasant sound. All right. There we go, nice and bubbly. Looks like Coke. Not surprised, but there it is. All right, let's give it a smell here. Whew. Okay, one more smell. All right, well, where I said cherry gave you a blast of cherry with a hint of Coke underneath, this might be just overwhelming vanilla. There's just so much vanilla that I can barely pick apart any Coke in there. It is just like vanilla. In terms of smell, it's pretty good, I'd say. It's got it's mostly a sweetness. The vanilla itself is closer to vanilla bean than it is to, say, vanilla ice cream. So that there is a creaminess there, but the vanilla aspect of that flavor is more pronounced. So the cream just sort of accents the main vanilla smell. Beyond the vanilla, there's just a hint of the Coke bite, so it's got a little bit of the lemony scent that was not in Cherry Coke at all. But it lacks the dark, syrupy smell that I usually get from Coke. So, yeah, it's just positively vanilla, overwhelming. Anyway, before I take a sip here, I'd like to explain my history with vanilla Coke. This is going to be the first soda that I'm trying on camera that I don't have very much experience with. Now, I've had Coca-Cola Vanilla before. When I was a child, I tried it when it was brand new, and I didn't like it. I did not enjoy it. I have kind of a peculiar, I should say, reason for not enjoying it. But anyway, to share it with you, to go off on a tangent real quick, on the way to my bus stop when I was a kid, there was a house on the corner. It was a very, very large house. I never met the people who lived in there. But there was one thing that I always remembered whenever I would pass by that house. It had these big sort of shrubs, and on them were jasmine flowers. And I remember these jasmine flowers would leave this huge aroma. You know, whenever you would walk down, once a day, I would smell this really strong smell. And all my friends and my parents and family would enjoy that scent, and they'd always stop and smell it, you know, when we were going on walks. But for whatever reason, I absolutely despised the smell. I thought it reminded me of mucus, and it smelled gross to me. Very intense, gross smell. So I think that association is what led to me not liking Coca-Cola Vanilla when I was a kid. I know it's kind of a weird connection, but that smell stuck with me, and that smell tastes, from what I remember, tastes like the vanilla in Vanilla Coke. So it's kind of a weird me thing. But anyway, it's been quite a while. And let's see if I can get over that childhood sticking point. And maybe it's good, because Coca-Cola Vanilla sounds like it would be a good combination, like a vanilla float. But anyway, that's enough rambling. Let's give it a shot here. Whoa. Yep. Takes me right back to those shrubs. It's better than I was expecting. I absolutely did not enjoy this as a kid. Now, to be fair, I think I've only tried it once. I tried it once, and I said, no way. That smells like those flowers. That tastes like those flowers. I'm out of here. But this is actually, I think this is pretty good. All right, well, let's get into specifics here. It's got slightly more of a bite than Cherry Coke. Not nearly as much as Coca-Cola regular, but there's definitely a little hint of that Coke bite there, which I like. I enjoy that. It's very sweet. It's definitely sweeter than regular Coke. It's definitely sweeter than Cherry Coke. This is the sweetest variation of Coke I think I've had. It's even sweeter than, say, Mexican Coke, which has the real sugar, which normally has those extra sweet notes. This is definitely the sweetest variation of Coke I've had this far. Surprisingly enough, the smell is extremely vanilla. This is substantially vanilla. It's very vanilla, but I can pick the Coke out of that. And it's quite good, actually. If I'm going to completely articulate the flavor, it doesn't quite taste like a Coke float, which I've had before. They're very good, which is just vanilla ice cream in Coke. You know, I like to actually I stir it and let it melt a little bit, so it's kind of more of a Coke floaty milkshake. And that is more milky, more creamy than this is. This is very much the vanilla bean flavor, not the cream flavor, vanilla bean. And it's quite strong. Okay, so I would say the strongest flavor is the vanilla. And then you've got a little bit of bite. And then in terms of the Coke, you get you get sort of the tanginess of the Coke. So not like the deep, dark, syrupy flavor that you'd normally associate with Coke. But there's a bit of tang in there that's very clearly Coke. Yeah, it comes through. It's very good. I'm surprised. Honestly, I thought I was going to hate this. I thought it was going to bring me back to those shrubs that I used to smell long ago, and I wouldn't be able to get over it. But I'm actually really happy. I might drink this more often. All right, well, I'll put it like this. You should give this a shot. I think it's good. It is very sweet. Very, very sweet. I don't know if I could drink this regularly, even more so than the cherry, where it's like cherry I'll have occasionally. This is like a special occasion kind of treat. Like I said, it's very good, but I don't think I could guzzle this down just because of how sweet it is. I like that more of the standard Coke flavor peeks through. I think the vanilla is more of an accent point rather than overtaking it, right? So if I drink cherry Coke, it's because I want something that tastes like cherry. If I drink vanilla Coke, I'm surmising now, it's just because I want Coke, but with a little something extra. But yeah, I would recommend giving this a shot. It's pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I like it. I don't love it. I'm very surprised. Kid me would have probably given it a 4 or a 3, but that's a 7. It's very sweet, so it's not going to be for everybody. But if you enjoy like a candied beverage, kids would love this. But if you enjoy like a candied beverage, give this a shot. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Well, anyway, that's Vanilla Coke. That's all I got to say about it. So yeah, I hope I see you next time, and leave your thoughts down in the comments below if you have a soda you'd like me to review, or if you have thoughts on Vanilla Coke or anything like that. And yeah, that wraps it up. So I hope I see you next time.